We begin tonight with the search for suspects in the deadly mass shooting overnight at a popular entertainment district in Birmingham, Alabama. 4 people were killed and 17 injured outside a cigar and hookah lounge. Authorities say at least 1 person was targeted in the shooting. The other victims were caught in the crossfire. Police say a car drove to the 5 Point South area and multiple gunmen opened fire, then fled the scene. Police recovered about 100 shell casings. Investigators are working with the FBI and other law enforcement agencies, urging anyone with information to contact authorities. The city's mayor says the shooting is part of the gun violence crisis in America, saying, quote, when America gets a cold, it's possible that Birmingham gets the flu. We do want to warn you, some of the video images may be disturbing. ABC's Stephanie Ramos leads us off tonight.
Tonight, police are calling the deadly gunfire that tore through a popular nightlife district in Birmingham, Alabama, wounding more than a dozen people, a targeted shooting. At least one of the 4 killed believed to be an intended target.
We believe that there was a hit, if you will, on that particular person, as far as, someone was willing to pay money to have that person killed.
Around 11 p.m. on Saturday, police racing to the city's historic 5 Points South area near the campus of the University of Alabama at Birmingham, finding at least 21 victims.
It was probably about 5 or 6 that went out on the stretcher that I saw. I'm sure it was probably more.
Authorities say multiple suspects jumped out of a vehicle, opening fire on a group standing outside, and then fled. Investigators now say they believe the firearms involved in the shooting were converted to fully automatic using a so-called gun switch. Around 100 shell casings collected at the scene. Tonight, police say no arrests have been made as they plead for the public's help.
First thing, and the priority is to get these shooters, find these shooters and get them off our streets.
Lindsay, police say the shooting likely stemmed from a separate incident. Most of the victims were caught in the crossfire. Authorities have now partnered with the ATF and the FBI as they continue their investigation. Lindsay.
Some of those victims in critical condition tonight. Our hearts certainly go out to all involved. Stephanie, thank you.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Brad, aka Raps Truth Seeker, and you are now rocking with Facts N Conspiracies. And I'm on break right now, but I could not stay where I was and talk about this. I had to come out here, find some peace real quick, so I could talk about this because this is crazy. Guys, how many more of these are we going to hear about? I can't ask that question seriously because the answer is we really don't know, because people are just out here losing their everlasting minds and then don't have a God to fall back on. So then they just out here lollygagging and just losing themselves, man. Losing them. And I don't want to say you can't go out anymore, but you can't go out and not be prayed up. Everybody who was hurt in Birmingham, Alabama, those that can see my face and hear me, I am praying for you. And I am praying for this country. My condolences to those who lost family members, and heads up to those who were injured. And I pray for you as you go through your healing process, because that's a traumatic situation as well as a painful situation physically, and no one deserves that. Guys, there's so much going on around the world right now, and I have to just call it what it is. It's sin. It's just sin. The results of little small disobedience, the end result is a world of chaos. And you might not call it a world of chaos, but let me just point some things out. You have children who can't go to school without worrying about someone hurting them. You have ethnicities that wish the death and destruction of other ethnicities, and they're actually going through with trying to get rid of those ethnicities. I'm not done because this just happened a couple of days ago in my community. You have people who have addictions who can't even break their addictions, dying, unalived from other drugs that they did not go to purchase. What I'm saying is the results of sin, the wages for sin is death. And it's sad, y'all. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that those people in Birmingham, Alabama were hurt because of their sin. What I'm saying is sin in the existence of our current reality is the problem. Now, how do you beat that? Let God in. Let God in. And this is my point for this whole TikTok right here. There was more involved with that day. I believe there was more involved with that day than just some lunatic said, I'm just gonna go out and do this. No! You know how crazy you really gotta be to be like, do you know how crazy you really gotta be to really be like that? No, I always look behind the curtain. I'm gonna always find that wizard behind the curtain. I'm telling you, that's what I do. That date, as soon as I saw it and the time, all I did was drop my phone and walk away. Because I tell people about this stuff all the time. Y'all thinking these evil people don't have holidays and ideas, and yeah, I'm going spiritual with this one. I might as well call this Spirits and Conspiracies. Because I don't even know anymore. Like, what are we talking about? This is crazy, guys. Look, see, okay, one of the 9 family tagged me to a video, and I looked at it and I agreed with the man 100%. So I want to present that to you. So, guys, watch this, okay? Like, share, comment, favorite, and shout out to all 600 plus of you. You already know I'm lit about that. But that's not what this is about. I'm just happy that the family is growing so fast. Like, on my last TikTok, it took a year for me to get to 700. Now, here I am just about, what, a month and a half, 2 with this one, and we already at 600. So salute to you guys. One love. Thank you. And as you know, we'll be talking again. I'm sorry that I took so long to drop another video. It's been hectic on my end, and I've been looking into a whole lot of stuff, trying to understand before I present. And this one right here, I'm understanding enough to present. All right? So love, peace, 9. Let's keep sharing love. Let's keep sharing peace. And let's keep sharing knowledge. And let the people know. All right? One love. I'm out.
Last night there was a mass shooting in Birmingham, 5 Points South. I recently did a video on this location and the statues that are around there. Just talking about the Baphomet Fountain. First and foremost, I want to say peace be to those who did die last night. Father, we ask for healing for the victims who are wounded, and we ask for peace of mind for the families who are affected by this great loss. So when I saw this last night, happened last night, the 5 Points South area at 11 o'clock, when I first saw this, immediately things jumped in my brain, and I was iffy about sharing and talking about it, but I think it has to be said. I made a video about a month or 2 about this location, identifying some of the statues and the fountain that's down there. Now, if you pay attention in the video, you'll see that I talk about how at the very center of the street where a sewer used to be is bricked off, and indicating that there is an area down there that you can walk around and such. I surmised that there was probably something down there in which, you know, just to say it bluntly, a place that people probably did black magic and ritualistic things at the center of this street underneath people. Last night, I think it was, I know 4 died and I think it was 18 wounded. And it's just all very interesting. It would have been, the shooting would have been an hour before the beginning of the autumnal equinox. The police are trying to say that it was a hit gone wrong. Now, and they're saying it was multiple shooters as well. You know, multiple shooters after a hit, I mean, I can see some benefit of maybe for confusion, but shooting all those extra people was completely unnecessary. And I think due to if we look at what the location says, it's much more plausible that this was a ritual sacrifice. Again, I have a video I went ahead and pinned for anybody who wants to watch, talking about this location and the cavern underneath the fountain, some of the literal and metaphorical meanings of this fountain. Again, I want to make sure that we're all, to remind everybody to continue to pray for these individuals who are involved with this awful event. But I don't want us to be blind in a dark hour like this to the ways that men in our city, the ways that the enemy is attacking people in this day. This ritual sacrifice is becoming more and more out in the open, and it's going to continue if people don't address it for what it is, making excuses, saying it's some kind of hit gone wrong. No, if we look at the location, what actually happened, there's not really any good excuse for so many people being shot right over the area in which there is a cavern and a statue built for the entrance of, so again, continue to pray for these individuals that are involved with this terrible massacre, and spread the word if you can.
That was crazy. Normally after I say love, peace, 9, that's just it. But I have to say this. Think about what that man just pointed out to you. This shooting happened where? 5 Point where? What has 5 points? What else happened? There was a statue that's around the way? What kind of statue? Think what you want, guys, but some things do correlate. If I dig a hole and worms come out, we all know I dug a hole in some dirt, right? Well, if I start seeing things that correlate, I should probably pay attention to that, right? That's what I'm telling you guys. Pay attention. Not everybody's like us. Not like us. Not like us. 9.